Well, this looks like a pretty good hand. Hey, what up, Mustard Chuck? Oh, goodness. That's why everything sounds all weird. One of my speakers took a nosedive. Probably doesn't work anymore. Not after a fall like that. Alright, we're playing against vampires. So we're going to start Windswept Heath. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent's going to get in with Indulgent Aristocrat and gain a life. This is an interesting choice for a vampire. Not a bad one drop. Opponent plays a Bloodstained Mire, cracks Bloodstained Mire, and finds a swamp. I guess they're just thinning their deck. Well, thank you. I much appreciate it. It's good to see you. I'll be happy to help you tomorrow and spend a few minutes to get your footage done. So we're going to fetch up a Temple Garden. Tapped. Untap. We'll play a Mountain and a Wall of Roots. Pass the turn. Whoops. Sorry about that. Just noticed that my screen was cut off. Cool. Opponent has a Captivating Vampire. Not a bad Vampire Lord. 5 vampires to make a free mind control. And they push the wall. Alright. We'll play a Blood Crypt tapped. You know it. How's it going, Six Sigma? Good to see you. This really sucks. The one time we need Elishnorn, and she's in her hand. Although we should be able to reanimate Iona this time. There's a Revel Arc. So let's play a Yavimaya Coast. I guess we have to hope our opponent... Actually, is there a gifts pile that saves us? I have to check the list. Because good lord. I don't think there's a gifts pile that saves us. We could get Unburial Rites Wormcoil Engine, but I think we still die. Yeah, I think we needed Norn. Alright, well, we're just going to see if we're dead. If we're not, we'll get Unburial Rites and a fatty. That does it. Oh. If they hadn't had a Fatal Push, we would have actually been fast enough. Okay, so in a creature-based matchup with removal, What should we bring in for the vampires? Well, they're not red. We can get rid of Forge Tender. We probably don't need Hexproof. So the Deputies of Detention, and probably Elder Scale Worm. We'll try it like that. Oh yeah, we'll play first. That hand is not keepable. We're gonna mulligan. Alright, we have a 1-drop. And a Fauna Shaman. We'll keep. Renegade Rallier. We'll ship Rallier to the bottom. Start Militant. Adjust the lighting here a little bit, so it's not directly in my eye. Alright, opponent plays Shizo, Death's Storehouse. It's kind of a cool foil, but once again, probably not on Moto. Play Steam Vents tapped. Get in for 2, see if they've got a Fatal Push. They do. You know, I kept this hand thinking, oh yeah, I'll just Field of Ruin and get a green source. I'm lucky my opponent played any non-basics at all. Considering the opener that we saw last game was 4 basic swamps in a row. Oh gosh, alright. Alright, we draw Knight of Autumn. So we'll play a Field of Ruin. Go ahead and do this now. Get a Forest. The very slow mana fixing. Pass the turn. Opponent discards a Bloodghast to Stromkirk Condemned. And reanimates it by playing a land. Not bad. Captivating Vampire for our opponent. We might not actually stand a chance just because we don't have any board wipes in this deck. We draw a Tireless Tracker, but have no lands to turn it on. Let's go ahead and play a Knight of Autumn with some 1/1 counters on it. We can at least block that way. Next turn, Tireless Tracker will be better if we have a land. Opponent plays a Swamp. And they have a Vampire Nocturnus. Well, that is lethal. That's lethal. Didn't really interact that match. And they got us. Well, dang, I'd hoped we'd have put up more of a fight. All my testing said we should have. We'll play first. Same guy. Probably vampires. Good news is, this hand's a lot better. We're gonna keep. So we'll start Steam Vents tapped, pass the turn. Opponent starts Swamp and a Vicious Conquistador. Alright. We draw Iona, Shield of Emeria, and play Wall of Roots. We're really gonna need some more land now. Hey, Joe West, how's it going? We're playing a new build of Battle of Wits, by the way. Opponent's taking some time with this Thoughtseize. Their best take is probably Gifts Ungiven, I think. They take Courser. Fair enough, they gotta push then. Another Conquistador. All of my testing was very positive with it. It was pretty sweet. I enjoyed playing it a lot. We just played this guy in a match and totally got stomped because we didn't do anything the whole match. It's kind of bad. Play a second Wall of Roots. Pass the turn. Once again, our Gifts Reanimator targets in our opener. Out of 290 cards. What are the odds? Alright, opponent gets in with 2 Conquistadors. We'll block. Inquisitions. Probably take Sphinx then. Take Sphinx. Come on, white mana. Vampire Lacerator. That's a pretty strong 1-drop. Okay, untap. White mana, please. Well, I guess we gifts for 4 blue sources. And we'll wait till our opponent's end step. If they've got another Thoughtseize, that would be really bad. So we just have to survive this turn and next turn. Okay, Stromkirk Condemned is a pretty good pump effect. Okay, we can only activate Stromkirk Condemned once, so our Wall of Roots should be safe this turn. We're going to block here and here. Alright. Gifts. And let's get Jeebus. Let's get an island. Breeding pool. Misty Rainforest and Yabimaya Coast. I guess we could take one other value spell because we're guaranteed with 3 of the same to get a at least one of them. So for the last one, let's get a Court of Calling. Just in case this plan doesn't work out somehow. Probably should have got a Flooded Strand over the breeding pool and saved 1 life. But they got rid of Cord. That's fine. We draw a Vizier of Remedies. Blue, blue, green, green, green. Cast Battle Wits. Say good luck to our opponent, who is playing mono black. They have to kill us next turn through 2 blockers. Okay, opponent loses 1 life to Vampire Lacerator. And they concede. That's Battle Wits. Okay. Once again, versus vampires. Let's just bring in a few different things here. We'll cut the grave hate, the artifact hate. Boom is right. All right. Run it back. I saw Pleasant Kenobi playlist that was like 4 ofs of actual real good cards. And I was like, well, I can't do that. I gotta build the Silver Bullets edition. We're gonna keep this because it's lands and spells, even if our lands don't actually cast our spells. We do have a Vivid Creep though, so we'll be able to cast Malira. Hopefully draw another green source when we get this Eldritch Evolution out there. That'd be sweet. Conquistador for our opponent. Okay. We untap. We draw a Neoform. Well, we're going to need green mana for that. Glad to hear, I guess. Alright, opponent gets in for 1. We lose 1 life. Deals 1 damage. Down to 18. Opponent plays a swamp. Thoughtseize. Well, they have a... They can target our 1 castable spell. They take Deputy of Detention. Interesting, because we can't actually cast that card. Though I have a feeling if we cast Malira, she's just going to get pushed at this point. Indulgent Aristocrat for my opponent. Okay, Windswept Heath is good. So play Windswept Heath, crack Windswept Heath, and let's get a Temple Garden. Can we do it just a forest? Actually, let's get a Stomping Ground, I think. Yeah, Stomping Ground. Untapped. Cast Malira. Pass the turn. If nothing else, we can Eldritch Evolution this into a decent 4-drop. I'm sorry to hear that, but thank you for trying. I greatly appreciate that. I'm glad that my content was good enough to get your first ever paid sub from Twitch. I wish my neck would pop. Sorry I keep doing this weird jerky thing. Opponent gets in for 2, gains 1 off. The Indulgent Aristocrat plays another Vicious Conquistador. We untap. And we draw a Signal the Clans. Thanks, buddy. We'll play a Swamp. And I guess we Signal the Clans. We have to get 3 creatures with different names. I guess let's wait until our opponent's turn and just get 3 4-drops, I guess. Okay. Opponent plays a Swamp. Animates a Mutavault. Gets in for a bunch. What are the colors I see? This is 5 colors, Battle Wits. So, red and green. Signal the Clans. We're gonna need some help from them. Okay. We're gonna get... Okay, what's good here? What would good to be randomly rolling? On 4 mana. Let's get... We don't have a fetch land for Renegade Rallier if we got him. Let's get... Murderous Redcap. Ravenous Chupacabra. And... Obstinate Baloth, I think. Yeah. Gotta go with that Obstinate Baloth. Alright, we randomly roll Murderous Redcap. So is it better to gain 1 life with a blocker, or is it better to try and shoot one of their creatures? If we shoot any of their creatures, they can pay and sack it, and have 2 higher power creatures. And we'd have to shoot Indulgent Aristocrat, which would mean they'd have a 2/2, a 2/3, we'd survive at 1. We could also echo and destroy the Mutavault. I think the red cap is better just because it has persist. And we don't have to use our other charge counter just yet. We are in a very perilous situation, though. So, shoot the Aristocrat. Oh, shoot, we're dead to the... We're dead to the 1 life losses, aren't we? I forgot that those cards did that. To be fair, I don't see a lot of Vicious Conquistadors in Modern. I should remember them, though. I actually drafted that set. And he's got another creature with haste. So we're going to go ahead and, yeah, scoop that up. Nothing we can do about that. Okay. Run it back. We'll play first. All right, this is a much better hand. We'll keep this hand. The new apartment is great, actually. It's on the 3rd floor, so I've already lost literally 15 pounds since I went on vacation. I went from 268 down to, or 13 pounds, excuse me. No, 15. I went from 268 down to 253, which is nice, despite it being on the 3rd floor. It feels a lot more like home. I think me and the girlfriend are adjusting quite well. We got a new puppy. He's fantastic. He's super smart. I love him to death, and he's cute as a button. No, definitely not. Definitely not. If anything, it encourages me to be in one place or the other. I think he's sleeping right now. But I can probably find a picture I can post on stream. Devoted Druid. That seems kind of nice. Opponent kept a 1-lander. So we'll play a forest. And let's Wood Elves and get a Temple Garden. Tapped. Pass the turn. 1 white mana away from Archangel of Thune. Should be pretty sweet. Opponent plays an Urborg. Gets in for 1. We will not block. Take 1, go to 16. Opponent thought seizes. Well, there goes part of the plan. Takes the Archangel. That kind of sucks. Plays another Conquistador. Sure. We untap. We draw a Kitchen Finks. I'm tempted to metamorph this Wood Elves. But I think what I'm going to do is just play Finks and pass. Yeah. Gain some life. Pass the turn. If all else fails, we can metamorph the Finks, and then when it dies, we can metamorph something else. I like the way that clones behave with Persist and Undying. Opponent plays a Vampire Lacerator and an Indulgent Aristocrat. We untap. Draw Avacyn's Pilgrim. Okay, what do we want to do here? Let's play a Selfless Spirit and a Devoted Druid. Pass the turn. Opponent loses 1 life to Vampire Lacerator. And plays a Stromkirk Condemned. Opponent attacks with the Vampire Lacerator. We'll block with Finks. We don't mind gaining the extra life here. Okay. Untap. We draw a Hollowed Fountain. Well, let's play a Pilgrim. and play a Metamorph. And let's Metamorph the Finks. And play Hollow Fountain tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent's still stuck on 2 land. Another Stromkirk Condemned. That's kind of nasty. Opponent passes. We draw a Field of Ruin. Play a Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. I guess we could be getting in with the Selfless Spirit. Probably should be. I'd love to draw a Chord. Just like Chord for Craterhoof. How many punts so far today? On stream, not a ton. I kept some questionable hands, but like, while I was recording footage earlier, I made some pretty vicious punts. They were not great. I also made some clear deck building errors, which were pretty funny. All right, let's see here. How are we gonna do this? Let's go ahead and block here. And then we'll block like this. And then we'll block here. And then we'll block here. As soon as we get priority back, we're going to crack this Selfless Spirit. Okay. So they pump with one Stromkirk Condemned. Pump with the other. They are now hellbent, so let's sacrifice the Selfless Spirit. Make our guys indestructible. So opponent's probably going to sack the... Hey, thanks, Joest. That's very much appreciated. You're a wonderful human being, and thank you for supporting the stream. Appreciate the subscription. So we take 4. We are going to Field of Ruin this Urborg. I really need to get that subscription message fixed. I don't know why it's not working. And we're going to get a swamp, just in case. We were 1 mana off being able to get Panglacial Worm, so I guess we should have waited. There's a Fulminator. Don't know... We can at least take out that Shizo. Oh, there it is. Finally. Finally popped. I hope the microphone didn't pick that up because that's kind of gross. Okay, take out Shizo Death Storehouse. Oh, I feel amazing right now. Untap. We draw a Watery Grave. Play a Watery Grave tapped. Pass the turn. We have tons of good draws in this deck. Okay, opponent does not attack. We draw a Renegade Rallier. We could reanimate Skoos and get like an enormous Skoos. Let's attack with Finks. Make them think we got something real big. Honestly, just hoping that they kill it. They do. Perfect. Now we turn on Revolt. And we Renegade Rallier back this Skoos. I can't wait for Modern Horizons to come out. I have seen so many cards that I really, really desperately want to build decks with. Carrion Feeder, zombies are my favorite tribe. And when I first saw Carrion Feeder after joining the game, I was like, why isn't this card modern legal? It's not that powerful. Whoa. And then I actually played against it, and it was amazing. And I was like, wow, I really underestimated that card. I love Carrion Feeder. It's been an all-star in my DH deck. It's a source of several like infinite sack combos. And at 1 mana. So let's start eating people. Or I mean, eating corpses with scavenging in here. Is that all their creatures? Cool. It and Gravecrawler is gas? Absolutely. I don't think we're going to need this Fulminator. So let's eat the Fulminator. Nice. It's kind of a better sack outlet than Viserys here in a lot of ways. Oh, hey. Bring to light. What should we bring to light? A creature, instant, or sorcery card with converted mana cost less than or equal to. I guess we just go get Gifts Ungiven. Green, black, blue, white, red. All right. Gifts Ungiven. Cast Gifts Ungiven. We'll go get Unburial Rites and Iona. And then name black. And our opponent should be pretty SOL. So, Unburial Rites. Where is that big, beautiful woman? There she is. So, Unburial Rites Iona. We could win 1,000 different ways with Gifts Ungiven, but I think this is just going to be the fastest. Reanimate Iona. Name black. And pass. Opponent can no longer cast black spells. And considering there are only black spells in their deck, I think we got them. I mean, unless they can put Blast Zone on 9 before we kill them. Or Ratchet Bomb. Opponent discards a Bloodghast. Oh, that's true. They can get Bloodghasts out of the deal. Hopefully we can beat what they have on board. That would really suck if we if we couldn't. They sack Bloodghast, pump all their dudes. Get it back. They can discard 2 cards, make those 6/6s. That a 5/5. Okay. We untap. We draw a Soccer Tribe Elder. What up, Steve? Play Steve. Attack for 7. Oh, we can Panglacial Worm him. We're gonna Panglacial Worm him. It's like my second favorite way to win the game. Worm from library. Worm surprise, indeed, Flora. Worm surprise. Okay. Opponent's attacking like that. So let's go ahead and block. Block. And another creature we don't care about, block. Okay. So, fun fact. If you're going to do the worm in Modern, you have to float the mana before you search your library. And I'm going to sack their Bloodghast to pump their guys. Yep. So let's green, 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 white, blue, white, green. I think that's enough. I think it's a 7-drop. Soccer Tribe Elder. Hold priority just in case. We will go ahead and while we are searching the library, place Panglacial Worm on the stack. Get a forest. Kitchen Finks comes back. By Kitchen Finks, I mean Phyrexian Metamorph. Clone the Worm. Double Worm power. Oh, we drew Battle Wits. I was going to cast Battle Wits and pass. But we got him. After 2 hands that did nothing, we had 2 hands that did something, and so we won that match. Lots of fun. Lots of fun we're having here. All right. We need another land, but this hand is okay. So we're gonna keep. We're against the same guy. Start Sun Petal Grove, pass the turn. Hopefully this one will go just a little bit faster. Bloodstained Mire for our opponent. Cracks Bloodstained Mire and finds Swamp. Gets in for 1. We lose a life in addition, down to 18. Stromkirk Condemned for our opponent. Okay, wouldn't mind a 2-drop we could cast here. That would be super good. Birds, not bad. Play Birds. Pass the turn. Still wouldn't mind a 2-drop we could actually cast. Captivating Vampire for our opponent. Gets in for 6, takes us to 12. Discards a card. Takes us to 10. We untap. Draw Ghost Quarter. Play Polluted Delta. Fetch with Polluted Delta. Find an island. Renegade Rallier. Reanimate the Polluted Delta. Pass the turn. Things are not looking good right now. Opponent gets in, gets in. We'll lose 1 life. We're going to have to chump with Rallier. Doesn't feel good, but I think we have to. We probably should have chumped with Birds now that I think about it, and then gone for the Eldritch Evolution plan instead of the Hail Marrying on this Bring to Light. We could still play Courser of Krufix, and Eldritch Evolution the Courser. We lose Bring to Light. Vampire Lacerator for our opponent. Crack Polluted Delta. We get... We need another green source. So, Breeding Pool. Tapped. Untap. We draw. Tireless Tracker. So, green, green, and blue for Courser. Play Misty, gain a life. Crack Misty. Get a forest. Gain a life. 1 second. There might be a way I can finagle this a little bit better. Are there any 3-drops we could evolve into that are really good? Oop. 3 or 2s. Because if there is, we can get that instead with Eldritch Evolution. We could get Finks, but I don't know if that keeps us alive. If we evolve this bird, we can get a Finks. We could evolve into another Renegade Rally or get back the bird, another blocker. Let's check the 5-drop slot. 4s or 5s. Could get a Revelark, but that doesn't do anything until it leaves the battlefield. Shriekmaw doesn't target anything. Thragtusk probably keeps us alive, so does Sigarda. Slime, not good. Redcap, not good. Redcap? Maybe Redcap's good. Redcap kills a Lord. Then we lose a blocker. We block and block. We lose 1. Take 3. We go 1. Dead if our opponent draws a Lord. Wait, we can't double block if we do that. Okay, back to the drawing board. Could get Baloth, gain some life. Vannifar would win the game, if only, if only. It's 2 or less, right? Okay, X or less. We can actually get anything. We need Kami of False Hope. So we get Fog. This is really tough. I think I'm a fan of the... If we get Archangel of Thune, that doesn't save us. There's like no way that saves us. Block the Lord. They discard a card, we're dead. Okay. Let's evolve this into a Renegade Rallier. Unless there's something else I'm way overthinking. Get back birds as a blocker. Okay, opponent loses some life. We have a Dryad Militant on top of our deck. Okay. Opponent gonna swing out. We lose 1. So we block here. Block here. We can't do that. We have to block like this. That kind of sucks. Stromkirk condemned. OP. Opponent discards Vampire Nocturnus. We take 3, go to 1. And now somehow have to answer our opponent's board. Using only what we got. We could play Ghost Quarter ourselves, and then reanimate Renegade Rallier, but that only gets us 2 blockers, and that's terrible? Yeah, alright. Alright, we're done. Next game. Drop Aegis of the Gods, True Believer, Grand Abolisher, and Core Firewalker. Add Spellbreaker, Deputies of Detention, Glenelenda, Archmage. And I guess Elder Scale Worm. Run it back. We'll play first. Well, we can't keep a no-lander. Down to 6. There's a Voice of Resurgence we can't cast. We do need another land, either green or white. Misty is that land. So start Bojuka Bog. See, starting Windswept was the right play. But if I had done that, I would have cracked Windswept by the end of my opponent's turn and totally ruined our plan of ever casting this Voice of Resurgence. Opponent Inquisition's taking our Voice of Resurgence. Because Neoforming Voice of Resurgence into a Renegade Rallier getting back Voice of Resurgence is about the fairest thing you can do with Neoform. Hey, I was right. They took the Voice of Resurgence. So we untap, draw Misty Rainforest, play Windswept Heath, pass the turn. So this time we're going to crack and get a Temple Garden. Actually, we should probably get an Overgrown Tomb. Opponent duresses. It takes Bring to Light. Fair enough. Vampire Lacerator. Alright. Let's go get that Overgrown Tomb. Because we do need the double black. Okay. Overgrown Tomb tapped. Lacerator for our opponent. We untap. We draw Lavinia, Azorius Renegade. We are approximately 20 years off of casting. Play a Misty Rainforest, pass the turn. Opponent loses 1 life from Vampire Lacerator. This time we're going to fetch a Hallowed Fountain off of Misty Rainforest. Stromkirk Condemned for our opponent. Opponent going to get in. 4-2, take us to 17. Crack Misty Rainforest, get a Hallowed Fountain. If we can somehow cast Chupacabra and then it survives long enough for us to Neoform it, we're getting Sun Titan. And that's just fun. That's just fun magic. Untap. Cavern. Cavern on human. We have a lot of humans in this deck, coincidentally. Chupacabra. Hits Dromkirk Condemned. This will turn on our opponent's Fatal Push for them. Pass the turn. Called it. Okay. Opponent loses 1 life to Lacerator. Plays a Captivating Vampire. Gets in for 3, takes us to 13. What I wouldn't give for another blue land here. Opponent plays a Shizo, Death Storehouse. Windswept Heath is technically a blue land or white land. I think we're going to fetch a Plains with it, so that we can evolve this Lavinia, who will not do anything this game. So crack Windswept Heath, get a Plains. Let's do this correctly. Blue and white. Cast Lavinia, uncounterably. Hi, Lavinia. Bye, Lavinia. Alright. Neoform. Gonna get us a... Deputy of Detention is too risky. So we're gonna do Renegade Rallier for Voice of Resurgence. That 1/1 counter sure feels good. Bastard. Okay, opponent Vampire Lacerator makes them lose 1 life. Attack with Voice of Resurgence. Opponent blocks it and kills it. We get a token. We're going to full price a Phyrexian Metamorph. Copying Rallier. Reanimating Voice. Pass the turn. Opponent loses 1 life to Lacerator. Gets another Lacerator. Passes the turn. We untap. We draw another Cavern. Attack with a 4/4. Opponent takes it. Goes to 12. We're going to wait on casting this Cavern. I don't think our opponent can make us discard a land. Second Captivating Vampire. That's bad. We need a way to either kill our opponent Alright. attack for 4, attack for 4. We do not want them to get to 5 creatures. Because being able to mind control our creatures would spell the end for us. If our opponent doesn't block, they die to their own lacerators. So they have to block with at least 1. Okay. They block with their lacerators. Sure. We play a Blooming Marsh, pass the turn. I mean, if we could rip Elishnorn off the top, that'd be sweet. That's not Elishnorn, but it is good. Let's see, next behind human, it's probably Shaman. Or Elf. Could do Angel. Let's do Shaman. Get a clue. Crack a clue. 1/1 counter on tracker, draw a card. Well, at least it's a fetch land. Pass the turn. Good news is, we can give him the old worm surprise. Provided we live that long. Opponent not gonna attack. We untap. We draw a Copperline Gorge. Play a Marsh Flats. Get a clue. Pass the turn. Okay. Opponent plays a Vicious Conquistador. Does not attack. So we gotta float a bunch of mana. Hold priority. Crack Marsh Flats. We'll go get a Blood Crypt and Panglacial Worm. Okay, another clue. Do I have any plans for Modern Horizons? Yes, I do, Schmazier. I have, let's see, several decks I want to play, mainly with the new... I'm excited to play with the cycling lands. I want to do something with Loam, especially the new enchantment that makes all of your lands cycle. I think there's some interesting things that can be done with that. I really would like to play Wilderness Reclamation turns with the new wheel that's flashback time spiral. I think that would be completely awesome. I'm also excited for what was it? There was another card I was really excited for that it's not coming to mind right off the top of my head. Let's crack a clue. Let's see what we draw. Bloodthrone Vampire. Let's crack another clue. Draw a card. Polluted Delta. Also, I'm going to update Battle of Wits. This version and the other version. The control version. I'm really excited because the format theoretically will slow down with all of the stuff that they're introducing. And with a slower format, we're going to get decks that are more control-y are going to be a little bit better. I think with Force of Negation, just changing the format so that non-interactive combo doesn't kill you on turn 1 or turn 2. I think mid-range decks and control decks are going to be a lot better, and I'm excited because I like playing grindy Magic. I don't like when games are over in 2 seconds. Unless you do it in a really, really interesting way. Like Quadra Archive Trap or something like that. Alright, opponent pumps his team. We have to take at least one vampire off the table. We cannot let him have active captivating vampires. It's less of a threat now that we have a sack outlet, but it's still a problem. All right. Our extremely heavy mid-range deck clinches a victory. So that's one game in their favor, or one game for them, one game for us. Oh, I'm also going to play Slivers. I think playing modern Slivers will be a lot of fun. This hand is almost keepable. If I had even one more land, and we could land Wall of Roots, Nissa, and then Courser. But I'm not going to risk it. I should have risked it. Alright, there are cards in this hand. Vizier to the bottom. You know when you scry a card to the bottom of a 290 card deck, it ceased to exist? True story. Let's see. Opponent plays Shizo, Death's Storehouse. Inquisition, takes Goose. Okay. We untap. Draw a Neoform, play a forest, pass the turn. I bet you, if anything, like, there's gonna be cool stuff you can do with, like, you know, the first Sliver, Sliver Legion, things like that. But I bet, out of all of those things, the freaking Dregscape Sliver, the one with Unearth, is the thing that's going to be the thing that breaks all of it. Because dredging a bunch of slivers into the grave and then just going, yeah, 2 mana or 6 mana, Sliver Legion, first Sliver, and then. Or Sliver Legion, Megantic Sliver, and then the Sliver, and then the Sliver that gives Trample. Just like something ridiculous like that. It'll be a lot of fun. Need some white mana. Kind of sucks. We would have preferred that Wall of Roots live. Get into rest. Opponent most certainly takes gifts. Like, we could win a million ways with gifts. Yeah, they take gifts. Okay. We untap. Opponent plays a Mutafall. I guess they're going to get in for 2 as well. Take us to 18. We untap. We draw a Marsh Flats. Play Marsh Flats. Pass the turn. I think we're going to fetch up a Godless Shrine. Opponent plays a Bloodstained Mire. Cracks Bloodstained Mire. Gets a Swamp. Stromkirk Condemned. Well, that's annoying, but I think we might be okay for a little bit here. You can discard a card and get in for 6. Although they might wait until next turn. And get in for 9 instead of 6. When it gets in for 4, they're thinking about it. Discards Stromkirk Condemned to Stromkirk Condemned. Gets in for 6, takes us to 12. Okay. End step, crack Marsh Flats, get a Godless Shrine. Untap, we draw. There's a sight for sore eyes. Kitchen Finks. Play Kitchen Finks, gain some life. Pass the turn. So you know what's awesome about Neoforming a Kitchen Finks? It gets Prime Speaker Vanifar. And Prime Speaker Vanifar wins the game. Okay. Opponent animates Mutavault. Going to attack for 9. They change their mind. They're just getting in with Bloodghast. Well, we're not going to block. Go to 11. Untap. Draw Plains. Play a Plains. Neoform. Sack Finks. Persist trigger. Get Finks back. Get Prime Speaker. And if we untap with her and another creature, we win. We just have to not turn on our opponent's Fatal Pushes. If we can survive a direct attack through Fatal Push, like, if we can survive a direct attack, not block anything, so that we don't turn on Fatal Push, we should be fine. Alright. Opponent's got nothing else. Let the fun begin! So, sack Finks. Get Breaching Hippocamp. Oh gosh. This is fun. Untap Vanifar. Is there a faster way? I think there's a faster way. Play Birds. Sack Birds. Get Scrib Ranger. Okay. Untap Prime Speaker. Return the tapped forest. Sack Scrib Ranger. Get a Pestermite. Untap Vanifar. Sack Hippocamp. Get Kiki. Win the game. Geeky Jeeky, Mirror Breaker. It's not like my resolution's not bad. It's 1980 by whatever, I can't remember. But we just have 288 cards in the deck. I have Stream Decker if you actually want to see the list. But also, welcome to the stream, Dalton Brazier. How's it going? Okay, I don't want to play the vampire guy again, so we're going to wait for somebody else to queue up. No offense to the vampire guy, it's just 3 times is enough. How's everybody doing tonight? Alright, here we go. Not vampires this time, please. Anything else? I'm fine with anything else. Alright, I can make this work. We'll keep. Opponent mulliganed. They have a Karn avatar, so they're probably playing Tron. Just a whimsical guess there. Wow, I was right. Well, nice to hear that everybody's nights are going good. Glad to hear you have tomorrow off, Flora. Sounds like fun. Watching someone stream and getting paid for it. I cannot endorse neglecting your responsibilities to watch me stream. However, I will thank you for watching the stream. Alright, so opponent's got Natural Tron. You know, like you do. So let's get a Temple Garden. Untapped. Play a Ballista. Pass the turn. We probably should have played Core Firewalker, honestly. Because then we could have Neoformed into something that isn't, Oh, Karn. Good. -2's Karn to go get Mycos Inflatus. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Liquid Metal Coating. So they can turn off one of our lands this turn. That's nasty. Okay. Opponent gonna turn off our Temple Garden. Not sure why he wouldn't go for the Rainbow Land, but okay. That's a Pan-Glacial Worm, and that's the game. So, that's how the Tron do. So, versus Tron, we want... Archmage, Deputies... Spellbreaker, drop Forge Tinder, Aegis, and that's funny. Firewalker and True Believer. Try it like this. I guess we should bring in the other Reclamation Sage, but it's too late. I click submit. We'll play first. We have a Thalia and lands, so I guess I can't complain too much. It's such a tuned sideboard. Well, we tutor for a bunch of artifact hate. Pleasant Kenobi's version had a Glittering Wish sideboard, but I think Wish is too slow. I like it. I like it a lot. I just think it's too slow. Hopefully this Thalia will put our opponent off their game long enough for us to actually play Magic a little bit. Oh look! Disruption. Field of Ruin is good. Play Thalia, pass the turn. When it plays an Urza's Mine. Cracks for green, gonna cast an Ancient Stirrings, I guess. There's the Ancient Stirrings. I get the last Tron land? I get the last Tron land. Wonderful. Okay. We untap. We draw Battle of Wits. That's good. So let's Field of Ruin Power Plant. We are going to get an island. And then get in for 2. Yeah, turn 3 Tron me. Turn 3 Karn me now. Yeah, Thalia plus Field of Ruin is not bad disruption, but we have to do something before we just die. Alright, Ancient Stirrings again for our opponent. They had the power plant. They get a Walking Ballista this time. Bring to light. We can get a land destruction spell. Play Misty Rainforest. Crack Misty Rainforest. Let's get an Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, Overgrown Tomb is fine here. Play Bloodthrone Vampire and get in for 2. The problem is they have Tron, and now that they have Tron, they can cast a big Ballista, wipe our board. And then even if we play Battle of Wits, they're going to have a Karn or a Nugan, and that's going to answer that Battle of Wits. If they just cast Karn, the Great Creator, this turn, we might just Hail Mary on this Battle of Wits and pray they don't have enchantment removal, but they most certainly do. Like, that deck is 40% enchantment removal. Okay, there's the Ballista. Dang it. Alright. We untap. We get a Knight of Autumn. Yeah, let's go for it. Go, go, Battle of Wits, save me. When it plays Urza's Mine. Karn liberated, they've got it. Takes Battle of Wits. No surprise there. Plays a Chromatic Sphere. Cracks Chromatic Sphere for green. Gets in for 2, takes us to 15. We untap. We draw Phyrexian Metamorph. Well, now we can bring to light. I don't know if we have any 4-drops that'll save us, though. Gotta have something in this deck, right? Hmm. I'm not seeing anything. Did anybody see anything? Fulminator? I think we would actually get Avalanche Riders, because then we could punch Karn. Yeah. Avalanche Riders. Cast Avalanche Riders. Then he has to get rid of Ballista to protect Karn. Hit Power Plant. Attack Karn. This way, if somehow he doesn't Karn away a land, we can reanimate the Avalanche Riders, blow up another land. Opponent Sylvan Scryings. Once again getting a power plant. Plays a power plant. Tron online. Opponent exiles a land. Another Karn. When will the parade of Karns end? Well, we untap. No black mana. We draw a Devoted Druid. Play a Knight of Autumn. Put 1/1 counters on it. And there's an Ugin. 2 destroyed Tron lands is not enough destroyed Tron lands. Exile Devoted Druid. I mean, short of a Terastodon appearing in our graveyard randomly. But, alright, they got us. It happens. Okay. Here we go. We're on the draw. This is less than good. We can cast a 1-drop and nothing else. We're gonna mulligan. We want a lot of those things actually in our... We're gonna keep this. Okay, we got rewarded for the keep. Breeding Pool on top. Opponent starts Island. We draw Breeding Pool. Breeding Pool tapped. Pass the turn. Opponent odds. Please don't be Storm. Another island for our opponent. We untap. We draw Forge Tender. Play Razor Verge Thicket. Play Wall of Roots. Pass the turn. Could be turns. We would not mind a fetch land off the top. Mon fetch land. There it is. There's the fetch land. So play Windswept Heath, crack Windswept Heath. Get a Stomping Ground, untapped. Renegade Rallier. I mean, assuming this resolves. Okay, they cycle Hieroglyphic Illuminations. Opt again. This could very definitely be turns. Okay, get our Windswept Heath back. Pass the turn. Well, actually, crack Windswept Heath. Get a Plains. No. Get a Overgrown Tomb. Okay, shock. Pass the turn. Should have cast the Saraseer, because I could have used the Wall of Roots mana on this turn. Field of Ruin for our opponent. Okay. Signal the clans. Let's get Grand Abolisher, Gaddock Teague, and Eidolon. No, not Grand Abolisher. Which sucks, because I clicked that one first. Now I have to click it again. Moto is a quality program. Okay, so not Grand Abolisher. Let's get Gaddock Teague, Eidolon of Rhetoric, and Aethersworn Canonist. Gaddock Teague, Aethersworn Canonist, and Eidolon of Rhetoric. We got Teague. That was the best one. I don't know why Teague was... Oh, okay. Teague was revealed twice. Because it was revealed and then put into her hand. So let's go to combat. Attack for 3. No blocks for our opponent. Play Gaddock Teague. Opponent's got a cryptic. Counter draw. Sure. Devoted Druid. Viscera. Pass the turn. We do have another Rallier, so we can't get Teague back. Provided Rallier resolves, that is. Opponent has another Field of Ruin. Fields of Ruin are Razor Verge Thicket. We'll get a Plains. This could also just be control. Not necessarily turns. We draw on Burial Rites. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana we have. Let's go to combat. Attack, attack. See what our opponent does. No blocks, they take it. Let's try an Unburial Rites Gaddock Teague. Gaddock Teague in a deck with Chord and Finale of Devastation is pretty funny, considering it turns off like half of the ways we win the game. No, not surgical. Oh, that's like super bad. Alright, Unburial Rites fizzles. Okay, opponent gonna field our Overgrown 2. We'll get a Swamp. Opponent is going to Path Renegade Rallier. Would we rather have the land or would we rather have the Scry? I think we'd rather have the land, actually. Get another Plains. Okay. Opponent is definitely on control of some variant. Sacrifice Viscera to its own ability. Vizier on top, that's infinite mana, but we have no way to dump it. There's no guarantee it resolves either. I think we actually put it to the bottom. Okay. Oust is countered because it has no legal targets. We're going to go ahead and F6. Jace the Mind Sculptor. Opponent is going to Fate Seal us. Puts a card on top. Probably a land. It is, in fact. Let's see. Play Razor Verge Thicket. Play Forge Tender. We will rally back. No, actually. Oust is a fairly decent card as Path to Exile number 5, even if it just delays and rather than permanently answers. Sometimes you just need to get rid of something for 1 white mana. Okay, opponent brainstorms. Probably setting up that main terminus. Opponent plays a Polluted Delta. Not happy with the cards they left on top, so they crack it. Get an island. Opt, just to see what they can get. Teferi. That's a problem. Opponent draws a card with Teferi. I'm going to untap some lands. We are going to sack Wall of Roots. Temple Garden to the bottom. Okay. Sack Rallier, scry again. Razor Verge Thicket to the bottom. Untap, we draw. Kitchen Finks. Play Finks. Attack Teferi. Let's go ahead and sacrifice Finks. Get a scry. I'm fine with voice on top. Unburial Rites, Renegade Rallier. Get back a creature with a positive power value. Okay. Opponent brainstorms with Jace. Plays Flooded Strand. Cracks a Flooded Strand, goes to 9. Hallowed Fountain untapped. Pluses Teferi. Supreme Verdict. Alright, if this is the case, we're going to sack our whole board and try and get something a little better than voice. You don't want to draw a Panglacial Worm. Hippocamp, less than ideal. Sack Viserys here. Aegis of the Gods, not great either. Okay, verdict goes off. Opponent gets to untap some lands. We untap, we draw. Brutalizer Exarch. Well, if this somehow resolves, we might actually stand a chance. We'd put Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, on the bottom of our opponent's library, if our opponent does not have a counterspell. I don't think we've seen one Cryptic Command thus far. So the odds they have a counterspell is fairly decent. They let it go. Put Teferi on the bottom. Pass the turn. Oh, you know what this deck needs? This deck needs Woodfall Primus. Why does this deck not have Woodfall Primus in it? Opponent gonna Fate Seal us. Puts a card on top. Verdict number 2. Plays a land. We untap, we draw. Polluted Delta. Play Polluted Delta, pass the turn. If we draw another land in a row, we can at least Polluted Delta in our way to a Panglacial Worm. Opponent Fate Seals us. Puts a card to the bottom. Plays a land. Passes. We untap. There's a land. Alright, so we're going to Panglacial Worm this turn. At our opponent's end step. They'll never see it coming. Okay. Opponent Fate Seals us again. Puts a card on top. Plays a land. Okay, here we go. No counterspells, no removal. And we win the game. Kind of a tough thing to ask for against a control player. Crack Polluted Delta. Let's get Panglacial Worm and Watery Grave tapped. If this somehow resolves and doesn't need a path, this kills our opponent. And Glacial Worm resolves. We untap. We draw Gifts Ungiven. Go to combat. Attack our opponent for 9. And we got there! Oh my gosh, we actually beat them! Panglacial Worm! We get it with the worm! Oh, that's awesome! Oh, not often that happens. Alright. Dragon Lord, Rurik Thar, Carnage Tyrant, Frost Titan, Teferi, Glenelenda, Vendilion Click, Deputies of Detention, in. Out. Forge Tender, Aegis of the Gods, Kataki War's Wage. Grand Abolisher stays. Firewalker out. True Believer out. Gonna cut 4 more cards. Orzhov Pontiff is bad. Anafenza, not great. And Shriekmaw, probably not going to do anything. We're going to take out Revelark. Run it back. We got him with the Panglacial Worm for Xaxes. That's a good stream highlight, I think. We need green mana pretty desperately, but green or white mana gets us to Finks. I think we're going to keep this hand. Opponent mulligans. Down to 6. They start Colonnade. We untap. Breeding Pool is good. Start Kabira Crossroads. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Flooded Strand. We untap. Draw Mountain. Play Breeding Pool. Play Scavenging Ooze. Pass the turn. When a cracks Flooded Strand, or a Hollow Fountain tapped, passes. Field of Ruin for our opponent. Ashiok. You can go ahead and mill me all you like. Play Gavany Township. Play a Kitchen Finks. We have 278 cards in our deck. Oh wait, no. We can't search our library. That's actually bad for us. We have to attack Ashiok. I have a feeling we're going to need this Chord of Calling. Path to Exiles are really going to hurt right now. And so will Field if he activates it. Okay. Drawn in Burial Rites. Play a Mountain. Go to combat. How many good 3 or less drops? Well, we can't search our library. That would be disastrous. So we're just going to let this go. Sure. I think we're going to go with the Angel. Is this Innistrad block the deck? Almost. Hey Raylan, how's it going? Good to see you. And welcome back to the stream. Right now we're playing 4-colorish, 5-colorish Battle of Wits Chordness. Opponent just surgicaled a card while we're playing Battle of Wits. It wasn't likely that we even see the cards they're taking out of our deck, so we're fine with that. It is part of the Infinite Win, but not necessary for the Infinite Win. Okay, we untap. Opponent's got a path for the Finks. We'll use the ability, not be able to search. Are we actually being allowed to search? Oh, spells and abilities your opponents control. Yeah. Sure. Play Blooming Marsh. Play Wall of Roots. Maybe they want to know what to play around. Oh, gosh. We don't even know what they should play around, Raylan. Attack Ashiok for 2. Take him to 1. Our control opponent does only have 2 cards left in hand. They're going to bounce and draw. Okay, they get an island. We untap. We draw a Vizier of Remedies. Play a Scooze. Play a Vizier. Pass the turn. Well, if we chord for Devoted Druid, after Ashiok's off the battlefield, of course, then we can chord for anything in our deck. Cataclysmic Gear Hulk. That is somewhat problematic. Add a green mana. We'll keep Scavenging Ooze. We will Scavenging Ooze our Wall of Roots. Flash in Snapcaster Mage. Untap. Draw Godless Shrine. Strangely enough, if we attack, we can't chord, and if we don't attack, we can't chord. Yeah, we gotta kill Ashiok. We're gonna hide the Gavany in plain sight. It worked! And I didn't play a land. Who needs lands? That's a Mind Sculptor. Gonna Brainstorm. Putting cards back. I think they'd have to have Land Opt Terminus on top. And I don't know if our opponent's playing Terminus. I haven't actually seen it very much recently. Okay, there's a field. We untap. We draw Fulminator. Oh, that's pretty good. So we play a Godless Shrine untapped. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Could Godless Shrine X6, or could Chord of Calling X6 if we wanted to? Play a Godless Shrine. Play Fulminator. Nuke Colonnade. Eat their Gear Hulk. Get a Forest. We do not have a Mystic Stink, no. I do have Stream Decker up if you want to browse through this list. I also know that this list is definitely not optimal. It needs a lot of work. It needs a lot of love, and I really want to develop it. Because it's fun. It's more fun than it should be. Okay, opponent plays a Wall of Omens. This is less a cube deck than an entire cube. Oh, man. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's chord X6 on their end step. And I guess playing the Saraseer doesn't preclude us from doing that. Unless, of course, it gets countered. Then we can only chord X5. If we have to chord X5, I'm going to get Avalanche Riders. And then I'm going to reanimate Avalanche Riders twice. Actually, is Terastodon 8 mana? It is, isn't it? Dang. You say we could chord for Terastodon and blow up all his lands. We do need more green mana. Let's just acidic slime him out of the game. We could get Woodland Bellower for Eternal Witness and get Chord back. I think I'm actually going to do that. Hulk is 7, but he could have a path. He's used 2. Protean Hulk wins the game on the spot if it dies. Oh, wait. Yeah. We can just get Protean Hulk. We have a sack outlet. Herp derp. Sack Protean Hulk. And I was gonna do something dumb. So we're gonna go get Malira, Murderous Redcap, and I think that's all we need. It's also hard to cast Path with the single island. Good eye, good eye. Malira, Murderous Redcap. Is it 6 or less? Okay. And Dryad Arbor. Because Dryad Arbor. Sack Redcap. Redcap persist. Shoot our opponent. Sack Redcap. Redcap persist and shoot our opponent. Do that about another 4,000 times. Yo, what up?
Hey.
How's the dog?
But yeah.
We got there. Just the good old-fashioned Malira pod kill.